I wrenched open the door of the Barnyard Tavern, skidding across the old wooden floorboards and grabbing an apron from the stack on the side table as I slid past. One glance at the clock left me sighing in relief. 6:29 p.m. Time to spare. Barry cast an ominous glance my way as I tied the apron tighter around my waist and slipped under the gap in the counter.
"These breaks are running later and later, Liv."
His gruff tone matched to his grizzled waist-length beard perfectly. "You told me half an hour, and it's only just that." I could have said more, could have compared my behaviour to a certain co-worker who was noticeably absent, despite her shift starting on the dot of 6 o'clock, but I didn't. Barry was going to do me a favour tonight. Not that he knew it yet. Instead, I settled for an eye roll as I picked up a lemon and washed it under the cold tap, preparatory to slicing. When someone ordered whiskey, it was bar policy to hang limp slices on the edge of the customer's glass. Yeah, we were just that fancy. As if to spite my cynicism, the knife twisted in my hand and sliced into the tender meat of my finger. Of the dozen patrons in the bar, 6 sets of eyes turned in unison, glowing with interest. One day past the full moon and its effects lingered. I stuck my finger into my mouth and sucked off the blood while fishing for a plaster in the chuck everything that doesn't have a designated spot drawer.
"Are you trying to get us worked up?"
Silvana asked, leaving her booth by the door to slide onto a bar stool like she was made of liquid. Her eyes gleamed with a pale hint of gold, while her incisors played peekaboo over her bottom lip. "Just an accident," I grumbled, giving up the hunt and pressing a tissue against the wound instead. "You need to exercise better self-control. It's not my fault your wolf is showing." Leighton Palmer came up to the bar, waggling his pint glass. I filled it, making sure the amber liquid came right up to the brim, the head flowing over. He was a regular, but a poverty-stricken one. He'd nursed 2 drinks all day long, hands cupping the glass as gently as a lover. When he'd gone, Silvana arched an eyebrow and smiled at me. "Have you asked Barry for the time off?" "Not yet. I'm waiting for the perfect moment. If Barry turned me down, I could kiss my expensive retreat package goodbye."
"I can't believe you got your travel shots before confirming you can go on holiday."
Silvana's eyes glowed yellow before she grasped at my sleeve.
"Give me a look."
With a quick peek at my boss's office door, still shut, I rolled up my blouse to display a shoulder that resembled a pincushion.
"How many injections did you have?"
8. I gave a smile as she whistled. If I didn't have my vaccination certificate, it would have been a lot worse. Silvana poked at the tender sight and I pulled back, but not before she plucked a feather and held it aloft, grinning.
"Seems I'm not the only one whose animal is showing."
I picked it out of her fingers, blushing as I crushed it and tossed it into the bin. It's just stress. The door to the office popped open.
"You're on your own tonight, Liv," Barry called out.
"What's the excuse this time?" I called back, annoyance overpowering my self-interest. "Hangover? Favourite TV show on?" My co-worker Gabby wasn't the most reliable barmaid in the world, but this past month her work habits had grown ridiculous. I slid a curious frown in Barry's direction. "Or did you finally talk to her last night about you-know-what, and she's decided never to darken your door again?" Recently, money had been disappearing from the till. A good magic trick, one I sensed had Gabby's grubby fingerprints all over it. Barry gave a non-committal grunt and slammed the door to his office. Ignoring the hint, I ran over and opened it. "Is it okay if Silvana fills in for the night? Otherwise I'll be run off my feet."
His bushy eyebrows drew together. "If you're desperate, but on a training wage only. I'm not made of money."
Training wage. Might as well call it a pittance. Still, if it was paid out in cash, Silvana wouldn't mind. What Inland Revenue didn't know wouldn't hurt them. I walked back, giving her a wink before Barry appeared in the doorway.
"Not starting until 8 either." He slammed the door closed again.
Silvana didn't appear bothered. She gave a languorous stretch, raising both arms high and tilting her head back. Every movement looked like it came straight out of a men's magazine, if they still had such things nowadays. A men's website, maybe?